Withdrawal hit when I walked away, shaking truth out of yesterday. Turns out pain can feel like home when it's all you've ever known. You were my nicotine, not the high, just a need. Kept me sick just to stay seen. I confuse abuse with peace. Yeah, you were my nicotine, but I quit when I chose my name. Now I breathe without your disease. You're just smoke and I'm the flame. You still burn through everyone you meet. I still feel it, but I'm finally clean.
The room's on fire, coffee went cold, bad news ringing like a joke told wrong. We're waiting on tears and biting my tongue, cause the punchline hits and my brain goes run. Doctors talking like it's nothing new, clock on the wall screaming half past doom. I should be praying, I should be shook, but my mouth curls up like I read the hook. It's not that I don't feel the weight, I just cope in a sideways way. If I don't laugh, I might break, so I laugh, yeah, I laugh too late. I'm laughing at the wrong time, smile stitched in a crime scene frame. When the world goes flatline, my humor hits just to feel up close again. Don't mean disrespect, don't mean to lie, it's how I survive the headline. If joy shows up uninvited, I'm laughing at the wrong time. Funeral quiet, someone clears their throat. I think of a meme I should not quote. Hands folded tight, jaw locked clean, mind doing Parker over everything. Stress tastes funny when you chew it slow, like sugar on a wound you don't wanna show. If this is grace, it's wearing a mask, smiling back when life asks too fast. I know the math, I read the room, but my brain finds light in the gloom. Call it broken, call it rude, call it breathing when there's no excuse. I'm laughing at the wrong time, smile stitched in a crime scene frame. When the world goes flatline, my humor hits just to feel a pulse again. Don't mean disrespect, don't mean to lie, it's how I survive the headline. If joy shows up uninvited, I'm laughing at the wrong time. It's a reflex, not a choice, a cracked up shield, a nervous noise. If I stop joking, I hear the truth, and it's louder than I want it to be too. So let me laugh in the ashes a while, let me grin at the wreckage pile. If the light feels poorly timed, it's still light, don't take it from my eyes. I'm laughing at the wrong time, not cause I don't understand the pain, it's cause my heart flatlined. And humor star high, restart the engine again. Don't mean disrespect, don't mean to lie, it's how I stay alive inside. If joy shows up uninvited, I'm laughing at the wrong time. One day it'll make sense, maybe, or maybe it never will. But if I'm smiling in the wreckage, just know I'm fighting to feel something still.
I caught my shadow in a storefront light, neon flickers in the middle of the night. Every window shows a different face, some a little lost, some full of grace. Sidewalk glass, city chrome, every reflection feels like home. But every angle bends the truth, like a maze I'm walking through. Some mirrors stretch, some mirrors break, some
You smell like smoke and bad decisions, laughing at the laws. You never listen. Crew full of ghosts with hollow eyes. Meth breed truths and alibi lies. You said trust me like it meant something. Hands in my pockets, still calling me brother. Jokes cut deep, room full of laughter. I stay quiet, you pull the trigger. Criminal past longer than your word. Every line you cross, stop blurred. I thought loyalty meant pain. Turns out I was part of the game. You hit me like nicotine, slow burn that I couldn't breathe. Every lie felt comforting till I needed you just to sleep. Yeah, you were my nicotine. Knew you kill me, stayed anyway. Addicted to the damage you bring. I trusted poison in a friendly face. Stole from me and called it nothing. Played it off like I was bluffing. If I spoke up,
Hey guys,
it'd be a joke.
so I am currently here. I'm dealing with a little bit of a technical difficulty in the moment. Right now my Twitch is not going live, so I'm trying to figure out why it's not letting me connect to the server when it should be. Once I figure that out, I'll start streaming and we'll get to it. It may be a little shorter of a stream, but you know, we'll have to. We'll do what we can. Modify.
I couldn't fight back, no hands free. Every punch came socially. You called it jokes, I call it scars. You lit me up, then watch me char. Withdrawal hit when I walked away. Shaking truth out of yesterday. Turns out pain can feel like home when it's all you've ever known. You were my nicotine, not the high, just the need. Get me sick just to stay seen. I confuse abuse with peace. Yeah, you were my nicotine, but I quit when I chose my name. Now I breathe without your disease. You're just smoke and I'm the flame. You still burn through everyone you meet. I still feel it, but I'm finally clean.
The room's on fire, coffee went cold, bad news ringing like a joke told wrong. I'm waiting on tears and biting my tongue, cause the punchline hits and my brain goes run. Doctors talking like it's nothing new, clock on the wall screaming half past doom. I should be praying, I should be shook, but my mouth curls up like I read the hook. It's not that I don't feel the weight, I just cope in a sideways way. If I don't laugh, I might break, so I laugh, yeah, I laugh too late. I'm laughing at the wrong time, smile stitched in a crime scene frame. When the world goes flatline, my humor hits just to feel up close again. Don't mean disrespect, don't mean to lie, it's how I survive the headline. If joy shows up uninvited, I'm laughing at the wrong time. Funeral quiet, someone clears their throat. I think of a meme I should not quote. Hands folded tight,
Okay.
jaw locked clean. Mind doing Parker over everything. Stress tastes funny when you chew it slow, like sugar on
Try
a
that.
you don't wanna show.
Okay.
If this is grace, it's wearing a mask, smiling back when life has too fast. I know the math, I read the room, but my brain finds light in the gloom. Call it broken, call it rude, call it breathing when there's no excuse. I'm laughing at the wrong time, smile stitched in a crime scene frame. When the world goes flatline, my humor hits just to feel a pulse the light feels poorly timed, it's still light. Don't take it from my eyes. I'm laughing at the wrong time, not 'cause I don't understand the pain. It's 'cause my heart flatlined, and you must restart the engine again.
Man, this is challenging. Hold on.
Show me the lights, how I stay alive inside.
Upper right corner.
Joy shows up
Rear dashboard. Rear dashboard.
at the wrong time. One day it'll make sense, maybe,
Okay.
or maybe it never will. But if I'm smiling in the wreckage, just know I'm fighting to feel.
Settings. Stream.
I caught my shadow in a storefront light. Neon flickers in the middle of the night. Every window shows a different face. Some a little lost, some full of grace. Sidewalk glass, city chrome. Every reflection feels like home, but every angle bends the truth. Like a maze I'm walking through. Some mirrors stretch, some mirrors break.
So, okay.
Risk, some
So this is.
take, but
Okay.
every shot I'm looking through still points me back to something true. Mirror, mirror on the wall, which reflection tells it all? Every surface, every
Try this out. See what happens.
thousand shades of my name. Mirror, mirror, shining
Okay.
twisted
Looks like we're doing okay. Okay, hello people on Twitch. I'm sorry for the late live stream. I was dealing with some technical difficulties. I just figured out how to get my YouTube to work. So I'll be streaming on YouTube as well. Hello people on YouTube, hello people on Kick. We'll be starting up here in a few seconds. I just need to proof check a few things before I officially start. Make sure everything's settled. So we got Kick now. How about that chat? In case anyone watches on there. Okay. Pop out the stream preview. Just a few more seconds and I'll be fine. Okay, I should be okay now. So let's try this out. Close that, close that, close that. Okay, we're doing good. Golden, golden, golden. Okay, we should be okay. I want to get that audio back on. Okay, there we go. Beautiful, beautiful. So, from where we left off yesterday, I was going to get a card for the ignition pylon that I had back at our home base. And I'm glad to tell you guys that I did achieve that. and I'm setting up the next portion of my run, which is that I'm going to work with this. So part of the great things of all the mods 10 is that I can basically have a mob farm and make the mob farm relatively easily. And with this, I can just swap DNA, and eventually, I have to do a few more things, but eventually I can take their DNA, and turn them into eggs, and utilize spawners like this, as long as they're not broken, and put the egg inside them to utilize them as, farming. So I have right here, you can see a piglin. Here you can see a sheep and an enderman. So I can get ender pearls, wool for more of this, more Q-tips, and then piglin to trade stuff with. So if I can't find anything, maybe I can get the best chance of getting the of getting loot, of getting towards the ender dimension, ender dragon, and killing that off. Um, so yeah, that's sort of what I've been doing since this last stream took off. And what I plan to do today is I do want to farther make my progress in getting that done. So I have a few more Q-tips you see down here. So we need to find chickens, and we need to find, what is the other thing I need? So we have sheep, we need chickens, and we need a few more spawners. So chickens, and something cool that I also have is that it's a mob crusher. I believe it is called crusher. Nope. Nope. It's something to do with mobs. So let's see if it shows up just randomly. Yes, it does. Okay. So this guy, Mob Masher. Okay, basically this kills them for me. So I can put hoppers underneath it. Their loot will drop, and I can have it be dropped inside of a chest for me to utilize. And I just have to decipher what I really want in that moment. And there's other ways I could do about it. Sure, there's gonna be some people who will be like, you should use the mob essence. It's way more effective. This is just the way that I want to do it. This is just the way that I find the most utilized method for my gameplay. And I may not even use this because it takes a while for it to be built, but it's very useful. So maybe maybe I will do it. This in itself does not get utilized. I have to basically add all these things to it for it to function. Another thing I'm looking for is some fortune. So once I get that fortune, I'll be able to do that. So chickens are my first thing I want to get. And if I can get a chicken real quick, I'll be able to do that. I'll be able to do it. Oh, and speaking of building this mob farm, I do need to get a XP barrel, like tank. Where is it? Here. So what this will do, okay, so I need 2 eyes of ender, a hopper, this and this. Okay, we do need this. Okay, and then what that'll do is that'll basically drain all my XP. You see at the bottom I have 42, so long as I don't die. I have 42, and at 42 what it'll do is it'll essentially allow me to put them into buckets, and that bucket I can feed to a chicken, or I forget the exact recipe on. XP seeds. No. It is a Okay, here we go. So I need this. So it's really any type of seed. Mixed with the Q-tip, mixed with the XP bucket gets this. And once I feed this to a chicken, the chicken will explode. It'll give me the egg that I need. Okay. So matter of fact, I'm gonna save that right away so I don't forget about it. And we're gonna just continue on finding that chicken. We just need that one chicken. Okay. Now chickens tend to spawn relatively close in any plain biome. I don't think they spawn in the desert biome where I am currently. So I need to leave here if my goal is to find a chicken, which it is. But that is the plan so far. How's everyone doing? Twitch, YouTube, Kick? Anyone out there listening? How you guys doing? My day's going pretty dang good. Got myself some Pepsi on the side. Drinking that up. Making sure that I am keeping my thirst quenched. And I might get some food later. Looks like we got some sharks here. But we'll determine that later. So later today, maybe what we'll do is I want to do a little more to my village. I'd like to do a little more of that. I'd like to set up these mob farms. And I'd like to set up, and I'd like to do a little more advancement. Maybe get to the Ender world, or get into the End dimension. Okay? I can't guarantee that that'll happen today. Depends on how long it takes us to get all these mob farms set up and how long it takes us to get to the End dimension. But I need to develop enough Ender pearls. That way I can find these, find the portal and set it up. So yeah, well, and not to mention I'll have to get some blazes and kill them, which we can just go together for that. So I traveled home, didn't I, or did I do RTP? I'm confused. Okay. Okay, well, we'll plan with what we got. Maybe take a little nap real quick. Just because it's nighttime. Okay. Let's see what we can find out here. There might be chickens that are able to spawn out here. I'm not 100% sure. Especially over here since it's a village. So why don't we just go over here and check it out? To the village. To the village. We're gonna rob you today. Da 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 da. You're gonna get robbed today. Since we're here, I might want to. Let's just check. Let's just check out and see if they have any fortune books in here. I do have a Fortune 3 book inside of one of my chests at home base. However, I want to get a second one because I want to make it a Fortune 6. Because why settle for lower tier fortune or protection when you could get anything else? Fire protection, don't need that, I have that by default. Sharpness. And by the way, once we start exploring the other more in depth, we'll be able to go to places that are the pyramids instead of the other, and the other has like books galore. So if it looks like I'm just skipping over good books, remember that I'll have a magnitude of them once I finally get to these places. So I'm doing it for good reason. I'm more so looking for quality over quantity. So if you see a book that has like, maybe it has protection 4 on it, and I don't grab it, but it has like spectral conjure or something else attached to it, I'm not grabbing it because I don't necessarily want 6 different enchantments on my weapons. I want something very specific, and I want it the way that I want it. So that's just how it's gonna go, or at least right now. The only reason I would add like the spell books that have multiple spells to them is when I'm adding them to my armor, right? Just to make it a little more buffy, if that makes sense. So, yeah. I don't know how many houses I've already explored. I was primarily focused about what I was saying, not looking. So we'll just finish up in here. Correct Splendor Gem. If any of you are familiar with Automods 10 and know what this is, tell me what it is. Just let me know in the chat. Because I'm quite curious as to what it is. I already checked in there. Alright, I came in here. Was I previously in this village? Because I don't remember coming into this house. I have no idea. Okay. So we'll go ahead and take a look over here. You guys speak on their level, chat. You guys speak on their level. Oh, they don't understand what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, I think I pretty much raided this village. It wasn't a big village, but I guess there's one over there too. Damn. So I actually did do and there's gonna be a way to get in our spawner. So it's worthwhile coming over here. I should add that I also added a different mod to Automods 10 that would make villages a little more common, like twice as common as they would be. So, and it doesn't just affect like villages, it affects any like buildings. So they're usually twice as common as they normally would be. Okay, because otherwise we'd be traveling for a while, and we may never find a village. So, and I'm trying to keep it nice and moving for you guys as much as possible. That way, we have enough entertainment going on. What the fuck? Oh, I must have what? I don't even know what just happened there. Okay, I'm thoroughly confused. Anyway, raid this guy. Hello, Mr. Villager. He's offering a block of compressed iron and a pressure tube. I'm not sure how valuable that is, but I'm sure we'll find out eventually. Okay. Let me clear out my inventory real quick. We don't need all of this. Try not to delete anything valuable. Okay, I think we're good. I don't see anything that I need. Okay. If I did, it's too late. If I missed anything, it's too late now. So, how are my folks doing today? Going down, 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 he says. Go down. Right on down. Here's some zombies. Let's see who's fortunate enough to meet my wrath. Looks like you all want to meet my wrath. Okay. What do you got in here? Necklace. Cross necklace. A time-darkened cross talisman. The kind worn by pilgrims and wandering hunters of the undead. Its metal bears traces of old prayers and survived battles. They set out in the hardest moment. It takes part of the blow upon itself, granting its owner a brief instant that is sometimes enough to survive what should have been the last. Valuable or not, Chad? Is the cross necklace, is it valuable? You guys think I should get it? Yes, no? I think, let's see here. We'll hold on to it for right now. How about that? We'll save it for a later date to determine if it's valuable or not. Because it may give me that 1 ounce of protection that otherwise could, end up being fatal to me. So, at least in this part of the game. So, we'll save it for now. We'll utilize it because, for all I know, I may need it. So we have our 3 spawners. Okay. And we do not have a chicken, so we do need to get a 4th one, at least, to get that chicken spawner. So we need 1 more spawner, which we'll be able to get down here. And we need 1 more chicken, which will be, I think we'll need to go back home. Because that'll be at least in a biome where I think that at least some chickens should spawn, even if it's not the primary spawning point. So, we'll go in here, take a look. I don't want to go somewhere where there's a crap ton of mobs. But I want to go somewhere where I can at least get something, So let's look what they got in here. Farming. Incurable wounds. Reduces healing done by enemies hit. Maybe that's valuable. I'm not really looking forward to taking up the space though. Okay, so let's take a look here. We got carrots, potatoes. Do I take the fermented spider eye, guys? I think I should. Maybe not. Just in case. I'll take it just in case. Might as well. Okay. What happened here? This is a little bit of a sketchy center area. Okay. I don't think we have anything more over here, so we won't explore over there. And there's our next spawner, boys. We got her. Got him. We can either go left or right. Which one should we go for? think we should go for the one to the left. Okay. Oh shit. Too easy, chat. Too easy. I should mention, since the last time I recorded, so let me explain what's happening, what you just heard there. You obviously heard me eat. So let's explain. Right here, we got the Eternal Steak. So the Eternal Steak will allow me to generate, it restores, so it restores some of my hearts and a bunch of my health. Really, it is the most OP thing in the game, basically, right? And what I did here is I added it so anytime, as soon as the player is a tiny bit hungry, okay, and feeds the player immediately when hurt, okay. So anytime I'm hurt, it'll give me some more food and try to revamp up my overall health to basically prevent me from not being able to sprint from immediate danger, not being able to heal myself when it's like dealing with like bosses. Very valuable, right? I think so. I do think so. Ah, little shit. I only got 2 things from that. I literally destroyed like a shit ton of stuff. Okay. What a ridiculous statement. So, okay. Going back up. Okay. So, I guess I have to go for this one then. Okay, there's our 4th. And we have an Eye of Ender. Nice. 2 Eyes of Ender. Look at that. We've already got what we need. We're already making progress towards our goals, chat. Alrighty. So we're looking over here. Now, if I recall correctly, there is a valuable item that can be found in chests that is very hard to find later on. But I don't remember what it was. So I'm not going to really dive into it too much. There are some chests over here. While we're down here, why don't we just take a look at what other things we can find. Is this a mimic? No. Okay. String. I don't want this. Unshield block, okay. Never had a chance. Don't even know why you try. I feel like, here's the thing, right, chat? Now you tell me if this would be a good idea. After a period of time when you're just too strong, where mobs can barely do anything with you, they should just allow you to basically allow the mobs to run away. Let's go back home before we get killed. Yeah, so right now I'm poisoned, but in a second that whole steak will give me back some health. Okay. Oh, and here we got this too. see how long I have. Okay. Maybe you know what? Maybe I'll get like a cow farm going up, because then I can get rid of effects like this. So, that's cool. Okay, so let's remember where we left off at. Thing is, it's better. Okay, we got our skeleton spawner. Now we need a chicken. We got sheep over here. Does this village have chicken? Oh, they do. Okay. Easy. Easy, chat. Easy. Okay. So going forth. Now we got that. Already making levels. So we need glass and pour iron to make the overall shell of the item we need. Okay. And I lost my way home. Look out, no, it's over here. Okay. So we need the glass that we did have. We need these bars. There's two more. We need the sand. No, we don't need the sand. Okay. And we need iron. Here we go. Like that. Okay, we got the spell made. Hopper. There's one chest, two, okay. Okay. Like that. And then we need 2 eyes of Ender. So we do have some of the fire thing that we need. Here we go. The blaze powder. We need at least 2 of them. Okay. So then we go like this. Okay. Boom. Boom, boom. Boom. And I think it's this. Yeah. It is. Okay. So we got this made. Okay. So now all we do is we stand up it. And it's draining the XP from my bottom bar and filling it up in this bucket. When we have enough, that will just sit here and we'll let it fill up. Okay. And chat, even if it takes like all of my XP away, I'm not even worried, because we'll be getting so much XP that it isn't even gonna be funny. So, almost What you doing there, Mr. Toolsmith? Alrighty, we are full. Okay, look at all that juice. So now, what we do is we take this, we get a bucket full of XP, and then what we do is we need any kind of seed. Here we go. So what we'll do is we'll go to this, and we need some kind of DNA. Which one should we start with, chat? We need a mob swab, or let's do the more important ones first and foremost. Okay, and we'll see. This is the Enderman chicken. Enderman chicken or sheep? Let's do chicken first. I feel like chicken's a little more important. I think that's a smarter move. Because if you don't have chickens, you don't have a farm. So let's just go ahead and add in. There we go. So all we need to do now with this is feed it to a chicken and watch him explode. And it looks like we only have one in here, which is fine because we only need one. Boom. Damn, man. Oh, is that? I don't even know what that was. So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna clean this up. Okay. And what we'll do is we'll go. And go like this. Okay, I always have to be careful what I delete, because if I delete something important, then I have to do a whole bunch of work that I don't necessarily want to do. So let's go. In here, in each spawner, put the spawner down here, swap it with the chickens. I mean, it should spawn above. And it can take a minute for them to start spawning, but they should be able to start spawning back inside that area, and we'll have a very convenient way to get more chickens for future mob farms, which is always good to hear. So then now we'll wait for more chicken eggs to spawn, but in the meantime, let's go grab some more seeds, because you can't do anything if you don't have seeds. I want to have this bucket back, so we'll grab yet another bucket of XP, and we'll get some seeds going. Oh, and I already have some. Look at that. So let's go ahead and start up our next one. So, which one should we do next? I'm gonna do sheep merely out of principle, and the logic behind that's gonna be in the event that I mess something up, maybe I delete a spawner, maybe I delete an egg, you know, maybe I do something that I'm not supposed to unintentionally, and now I have an endless supply. So for security purposes, I think that's the logical thing to do, is to start forming a farm based on that principle. Okay. So now what we'll do is boom boom and boom. Now like I said, it will take a little bit for the chickens to start forming, coming out. It shouldn't really matter if the spawner is covered or not. But okay, hold control for stats. Okay. Okay, yeah, see, they should still be able to spawn regardless. Okay. So check back on this later. But for right now, let's go find a wild chicken. We have an ocelot. Look at that, an ocelot. I don't have fish, so I can't tame it. Okay. Any other chicken? It's okay. They have a bunch of sheep farms over here. And there is up here a little bit. So maybe up there could be. But I'm not 100% sure. So chat, we're doing good, boys. We're making more progress from yesterday. Now let me ask you guys something. Would you guys be down? Like, I know I talked yesterday about space engineers. Now envision this, right? Envision we have different societies, right? And everyone has to formulate spacecrafts in a particular way, right? And they can be crazy. They can be like something inspired by Halo, Star Wars. But I'm gonna put like stipulations, like for anyone who's a big Star Wars fan, right? You know that there's basically the galaxy that is known, and then there's the unknown section, right? Or the section that you'll never see them travel to, right? Because there's just certain regions in Star Wars universe that you don't want to reverse to. And I'm not a Star Wars nerd, so maybe one of you guys, if you guys know what I'm talking about, can, you know, dig deeper on that. But basically, you know, it's just more of a savage like area, and that's why they don't go there. But you know, they have to build spacecrafts based on the unknown, right? And what they think would look cool and be unique to them. But it can't be like stereotypical spacecraft shit. It has to be like I don't know, like maybe the spacecrafts they have, like antennas on the bottom, if that makes sense. Maybe they have, you know, different ways of traversing. Maybe they don't have any windows, you know. So they have to rely based on, you know, like, oh, there's one. Based on, you know, like, like detected, what is it? I'm trying to think of the word. Like, detection, like, they're gonna bump into something, you know what I mean? Like cameras, you know. But it'll detect, you know, movements, you know. So maybe something like that. Okay, there's this Steve Swanner. Now, ideally, I'd like to hope that when I get back down there, the farms are already forming, or the chickens are already starting to pop out. But I could be wrong. It looks like I am wrong. So I am wondering if my perception on how they spawn is different. Because I know with cows, you can put them underneath the ground and they'll spawn like normal. But maybe like chickens are slightly different, you know what I mean? So, what I'm gonna try something out. Okay, I'm gonna go to the other dimension, and I really don't care if they roam too much. But it'll be annoying, but I can always take care of that later and contain them. But what I can do is go to the mining dimension and put my mobs there. That way, they won't get harmed. They won't die. I have nothing to worry about. The only thing is that the mining dimension, you really can't build mob farms, in the sense that when you build a mob farm, you need complete darkness for most mobs to spawn. I mean, I guess that's true with anything, but I always have more difficulty in that aspect when it comes to the mining dimension. So, I like to say that the mining dimension is a little brighter than the overworld, or the nether, or areas that require it to be complete darkness for them to spawn. Okay. So now we know we'll have an unlimited supply of these animals. So that's good news. Okay. So we know we have an unlimited supply of everything now. That's great news. I'm just gonna remove everything I don't really need. And the next thing I'm gonna build is either I'm gonna build it or I'm gonna go. Ooh. No, never mind, I can't do that. I thought I could do something smart, but unfortunately I was misguided. So I do want to go back to the desert, okay? And I know it'll be a little little bit of a journey. However, I want to get Enderman. I'm gonna start harvesting Ender pearls. And I suppose I could do that the same thing with what is it, like, I could try to trade with, freaking, Piglin. However, it's not always guaranteed that they'll drop a Ender Pearl. And I just kind of want to have an effective approach to getting Ender Pearls. And the best way that the number one location I've ever found Enderman is near the desert. So what is that? Oh wait, no, I thought that was an entity for a moment. I thought that was just like a giant entity, like a giant, like, mob of some sort. Because they did do a few changes to all the mods 10, like that happy birthday thing that happens whenever I, explode the chickens into new eggs. That was not originally inside the game, so they clearly added a bunch of things. So I was a little nervous there for a second, but okay. So we're just gonna head towards the we're just gonna head back towards the desert again, and we're gonna try to find Enderman. And once we find those Endermen, we'll head back and we'll go ahead and start finding ourselves that end portal and make our way there, because we're clearly making progress. It's just that we need that last. We need Ender Pearls. So another game that I thought about playing maybe is going through Once Human. I did buy that. Also Visage. If any of you are familiar with Visage. Now I am a sucker for when it comes to horror games, in the sense that I hate them. I cannot play them for the love of it. I don't know why I bought Visage, but I got I'd like to say 100 hours in it, and I've made zero progress. Zero. If you can believe that, chat. 200 hours in the game, made zero progress. So it's definitely something to look forward to. And I'm anxious to hear what you guys think for future streams. And I may add, after this stream concludes, I may add on the pinned comments, if you guys are looking, I'll add a link to to our Discord, and you can also offer up suggestions and stuff like that, and so long as it's appropriate and feasible and something that I actually like, I'll do it. But it's definitely a way for you to give your feedback, give some suggestions, and definitely help out the stream. You'll definitely have a hands-on role with that. But let me know if you guys are interested in that, and that's what I'll do. And then, Hey guys, if you're new to the stream and you're just checking it out, I typically stream Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, all Central Standard Time. Fridays from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. and Saturdays and Sundays from noon to 3. So you can expect me next week Friday after this stream concludes at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Trying to stay on a more consistent schedule for the streams, so that way everyone who likes the streams, wants to support the stream, kind of knows what's up and can plan accordingly. So, and by the way, even if you're someone who doesn't like to chit chat, you know, who doesn't like to, you know, send messages, and there's a lot of them, you know, totally fine too. All viewers are definitely welcome in the Techoverse streaming sessions. So I am anxious though to see like other people who do come and watch the stream, like where they're from. Like I'm assuming like 90% of them are from the US. Like I'm pretty solid in that number. 90% are American. But I would like to venture and say that there might be some outside the US, probably. But limited number. So that's just a weird place to put a village. Just look at that beauty, chat. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? Tell you, playing with shaders. Like, you like. Let me see if I can turn. I forget how you turn off shaders. Like UI. No. 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 There we go. Take a look at that. And now take a look at this. Take a look at that. Take a look at this. Way more lively. Way more lively. I cannot go back to playing the same way after the shaders were added. I could not go back to playing without them. Just not gonna happen. And I've seen some photorealistic ones that are a little more realistic than even this. The problem with them is they're also extremely performance heavy. So if you don't got a beefy computer, mind you, my computer is pretty beefy, but it tends to lag with, I think it's an internet thing, but my computer tends to lag with those internet, with those shaders on. So already streaming for an hour and 11 minutes. Damn, dude, time is flying by. Eventually what I want to do is, I know I said a while back about that vertical city, still planning on doing that, just down the road. But I've also thought about doing like a bleached white city, like a city that has no coloration to it. Basically it's just pure white, and it goes into the bright, like the bright lights dimension. There's like a blinding white light that is even blinding for like Minecraft intent. That is just gonna be extremely obnoxious. Try to traverse in, but I wanted to do like a whole like village out of that. So stay tuned for that. Hmm. 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 Sorry guys, I speak fluent villager. So if you hear me speaking in their language, just know that I'm probably dissing them in some form of way. Hmm. Okay. And while I'm here, just seeing if they by chance have. I know it's not a very high chance, but seeing if they have any under pearl too that I can probably take from them. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so we're in the desert, which is good. However, we need to be able to find some Endermen. Mm-hmm. Why even try? Why even try?
I caught my shadow in a storefront light. Neon flickers in the middle of the night. Every window shows a
Bring me
different
some
face.
freaking
Some a little lost,
Enderman.
grace. Sidewalk glass, city chrome. Every reflection feels like home, but every angle bends the truth. Like a maze I'm walking through. Some mirrors stretch, some mirrors break. Some show the risks I'm scared to take. But every shot I'm looking through still points me back to something true. Mirror, mirror on the wall, which
Sorry
way
guys, I gotta
does
look this up real quick.
does it
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna find out where these Endermen tend to spawn.
shows a thousand shades of my name. Mirror,
So
shining bright, twisting shapes inside the light. But through the glass and through it all, I'm still standing 10 feet tall. Mirror, mirror on
trying
the
to
wall,
find
what's the
Enderman
shadow I follow?
and
Every crack and every scar shows me stronger than they are. In a hallway full of silver doors, I see versions I've been before. Some are quiet, some are loud, some still hiding in the crowd.
okay.
Funny how the world can see someone different looking back at me, but every piece
Okay, so it says to go to the Warped Forest in the Nether. Okay, but if they were to spawn, like my hunch was, is that they're probably gonna spawn inside of the desert, just because it's a real open, an open area. And let's see if my, what I do. Eh, come on, Enderman. Where are ya? These spiders galore, but where are you, Enderman? Hmm. No backpack? I can't get his backpack? Okay.
I'll be back! I'll be back!
And these guys are just pure annoyance. It won't stop them from spawning, but it'll slow it down. At least until I can take all their loot away from them. Oh, there's their backpacks. I thought I didn't get neither of them gave me backpacks. Okay.
I'll be back!
I'm sure you will be. And I'll be back to kill you.
I'll be back!
Okay. Fuck you too. I just kind of want to get rid of most of the shit. The useless shit. Damn, bro, you have a shitty aim.
I'll be back!
I'm sure you will be. But if I were you, I'd stay dead. Okay. Look out for traps, guys. We're gonna be very sneaky. sneaky as that be. Yeah. What if I just do something like this? Can't trigger anything if there's nothing to trigger now, can I? Didn't think that one through, did you? What's the craft this time? Parkour. Oh, fuck me. Okay. So I have to go quick. Okay. Easy. Easy. Who are you trying to kid with me? Ooh, sneaky, sneaky. You're gonna need to try a lot harder than that. Sneaky, sneak. I feel like this is another trap. Based on this. Based on, okay. So what is the trap in here? I have a feeling that there's no wires. At least observably. There's no detectors on the ceilings. So I think they want me to go for the chest. Is the thing. They want me to go for the chest. So remove everything around the chest. Okay, nothing in there anyways. Okay. This would actually be a perfect time for me to just to take a look. Left shift. I think I have to put it inside my. Okay. Let's take a look what's inside of bag number 1. The only thing valuable here might be this. No. Okay. So the bag is invaluable. I already have one of those. Okay. So the emerald here. I don't want it. I don't really need it. I I might take it out of principle though, because they're obviously being sneaky here. At least they're trying to be. They're not doing a good job at it, but. And look at that, ender pearl right there. And I'm sure right as I take this, it's gonna. Oh, okay, it's empty. Now they're just being lazy. Talk about trying to make something challenging and they can't make it even slightly challenging. Now I don't know if these two are different or the same thing. It could be that they're both the same exact thing. Yeah, they are. So it's not worth my time to just keep looking in there. Because there's nothing here. This entire building is freaking a waste of time. So I think our plan next is to go into the Nether and go to the Warped Forest. So we'll go back home. Because we need more ender pearls. We clearly don't have enough. But let's check this. I want to check this real quick. Another ender pearl. Okay. Another ender pearl. Right up to 3. Otherwise, nothing in here is of value to me at this current time. So we'll just delete both of them. They're just not that valuable right now. But I need those ender pearls for sure. Thinking we can get at least 32 Eyes of Ender. That should be enough to cover us to find a portal and go to the end. Damn, okay, so it's over there. Continue across. Oh, I don't want to go near here. It's a freaking trial spawner. Which is cool, but I just can't beat the guys that spawn because they're pretty challenging. And speaking of the devil, he shall arrive. I need you. You're mine now. You're mine now. That's 4. It looks like we're right here. Okay. We can turn ender pearl fragments into ender pearls too. Okay, glitch sound, glitch sound. Two ender dragons. Or two ender dragons, the fuck? Endermen. Okay, I can turn those into normal pearls. Okay, good. I was about to be so pissed that if I could not do that. Watch me slaughter your enderman like nothing. Okay, there we go. We're getting them ender pearls, boys. But can I ask, okay, chat, can I ask, any of you know, there's like some backstory to like Dwarf Forest villages like this? 'Cause it seems like if you're like, as far as I understand, Piglin or not, like they don't live there. You know what I mean? So. as soon as we find our next victim, I'll see if let's see, we got that. Okay, we need way more. We need way more Endermen to spawn. Okay. Okay, here's one. Okay, you don't have anything around. Anything I want, you don't have. Okay, here's a bunch over here. Okay. Harvester and the pearls. Okay, we need a few more. We need at least 2 stacks of ender pearls. Then we can switch over to mining blazes. these guys trade with gold? Do we know? Oh no, they're big. Okay. Dumb question. Fuck me. Ba-bum. Ba-bum, bum, bum, bum. So right now we're starting at 7. We need a total of 6 more. 6 more. Ice Defender will be good. 6 more, boys. 6 more and we'll be Blaze hunting. There's one. still two. Three. 4. We got 4, boys. We just need 2 more. 5. I think we just got them, yep. Okay. We got 2 stacks of the pearls. Now what we need to do is we need to go find a bunch of blazes, which are pretty easy to find in the other. So the way we do that is we have to go back. We're gonna do it kind of backwards, but we gotta go to the other. We gotta go back home. Okay. And then we gotta go to my mining. We gotta go right back to the other, or to the nether, because the other can only be accessed through the portal, the teleporting pad inside of the nether, which happens to be right next to the port. Shit, no, why did I do that? Okay. Wrong roll. Okay. Can only be accessed through the teleporting pad that is already in the nether. There we go. We're going in the right direction now. So now we just gotta hunt down and kill a bunch of blazes. And if I look at my map, we want to go in this directions. We want to go this way. This is where we're gonna find the most blazes. And we're looking for a total of 32 blazes. We need blaze rods. Because then we'll turn those into those powder, and then we'll come back and try to find Did I get a blaze rod from him? No. Yeah, so this is what I mean. They're spawning in almost every single way. Blaze rod number 1, okay. believe I can break them down even farther. Okay. The one thing I wish that they could have is a mod where you can make like an ender pearl, right? But not in like an eye of ender that teleports you to a local surface area where it dropped itself, you know? I hit that for sure. There you go. Die, bitch. I actually want to see what's inside this building right here. Here we go. Okay. No what now? So this doesn't lead me to anything. Equip a tomb with nothing in it. There, 11. I need at least 2 more. Because I do think I can break them down and duplicate them. Okay, 12. 1 more. Okay. I will be back. A grudge I have for your blazes. I will be back. Okay. So now I need to find my hammer. The hammer of the gods. Here you are. Take that away. Put that in. Okay. Bad news. I cannot. Good news. I should have enough to where anything that I need is pretty much taken care of. I should be able to find a another world, or the end with just this. So 16. Save the rest for later, just in case. Let's throw the first one. Where'd it go? Chat, where'd it go? On. I wanted to stroke it. It had to drop nearby. I heard it drop. And I feel like it dropped on a roof. So I was feeling like the dropping like right here. Oh, right there. Okay. So perhaps I'll be able to find the others. Okay. So my suspicion was correct. They all should be up here somewhere. I have no idea what I was doing, but this right here. So, where'd it go? I don't want to lose any more eyes to Vendor. Not really. So where did that one go? Okay. Here we go. Going up. Here we go. So we're very close. We're getting closer, it seems. Every little bit. I think that one broke. Yeah. So, Chad, are we doing anything fun this next coming week, this week? Got any big plans? Jesus, are they all breaking? Now I got the breaking streak where they're all gonna start breaking. getting close. I think that one dropped a lot less than the others did. And that one broke. Okay. I have a feeling we're getting somewhere, chat. Can you feel it? I can feel it. We're definitely above something. Because I feel like it's getting shorter and shorter each time it gets there. Let's see if I can't pin it already. Because I know how it looks. Okay. But I could cheat the system. I don't think it's gonna work that way. Yeah, I don't think it'll work that way. Worthwhile attempt though. Not a horrible attempt. But I do think that it's close by. I do think that will be burst. Okay. Burst again. Okay. I'm not too worried, chat, about going too far forward, because if it ends up going backwards, that means that I'm probably relatively close on top of it, where I can see it on the map. Right, I can see, not like X-ray vision, although I will argue that the journey map does give you the ability to see nearby like caves and shit. So, and if you know the shape and you know what the room looks like from the map alone, you'll be able to determine that it is right there.
You smell like smoke and bad decisions, laughing out of laws. You never listen. Crew full of ghosts with hollow eyes, met free truths and alibi lies. You said trust me, like it meant something. Hands in my pockets, still calling me brother. Jokes cut deep, room full of laughter. I stay quiet, you pull the trigger. Criminal past longer than your word. Every line you cross, stop blurred. I thought loyalty meant pain. Turns out I was part of the game. You hit me like nicotine, slow burn that I couldn't breathe. Every lie felt comforting, till I needed you just to sleep. Yeah, you were my nicotine. No, you kill me, stayed anyway. Addicted to
I know I'm being picky, chat, but I gotta make sure that if that I event did not burst, I pick it up. Because I don't have a whole lot of them.
stole from me and called it nothing. Played it off like I was bluffing. If I spoke up, I'd be the joke. So I swallow fire, swallow smoke. You wore chaos like a crown, breaking rules just to feel loud.
There we go.
I was clean but felt I'm poor. Standing next to you, I wasn't sure. You fed me shame, said it was love. Kept me down so you stayed above. Every insult dressed as fun. Left me empty, you felt numb. You hit me like nicotine, slow burn that I couldn't breathe. Every lie felt comforting.
Fuck. Go. Boom. And this city is this portal is pretty far away from my home.
The room's on fire, coffee went cold. Bad news ringing like a joke told wrong. I'm waiting on tears and biting my tongue. Cause the punchline hits and my brain goes run. Doctors talking like it's nothing new. Clock on the wall screaming half past noon. I should be praying, I should be shook, but my mouth curls up like I read the hook. It's not that I don't feel the weight, I just cope in a sideways way. If I don't laugh, I might break, so I laugh, yeah, I laugh too late. I'm laughing at the wrong time. A smile stitched in a crime scene frame when the world goes flatline. My humor hits just to feel up close again. Don't mean disrespect, don't mean to lie. It's how I survive the headline. If joy shows up uninvited, I'm laughing at the wrong time.
See if I can't see it anymore.
Funeral quiet, someone clears their throat. I think of a meme I should not quote. Hands folded tight, jaw locked clean. Mind doing Parker over everything. Stress tastes
Nope, I can't see anything else. Okay. So that means that.
smiling back when life passed too fast. I know the math, I read the room, but my brain finds light in the gloom. Call it broken, call it
rather only do it in open fields, that way I can monitor where it falls and shit. Because unless I lose these things, I do not want to have to go mining Enderman or anything like that again. And that one burst, okay. So we're definitely getting closer. Fuck you too. Don't go on top of the tree, don't go on top of the tree. Man, this stream is flying by. Okay. So it must be right underneath us. And I know this because yeah, first like right there. So it's gotta be like right underneath us. Large tunnel. If I look right where I am, I should be able to notice if there is in fact one here. Okay. Maybe we're just not deep enough. right here. So we need to go straight now. Ha ha ha! Bitches, this is my room now. You're being dominated. Every single room is mine. There we go, boys. In Portal, here we are. Seal it off. Now we know we can get in here.
Smell like smoke and bad decisions. Live a lot of law. You never listen. Crew full of ghosts with hollow eyes. Met three troops and alibi lies. You said trust me like it meant something. Hands in my pockets, still calling me brother. Jokes cut deep, room full of laughter. I stay quiet. You pull the trigger. Criminal past longer than your word. Every line you cross, stop blurred. I thought loyalty meant pain. Turns out I was part of the game. You hit me like nicotine. So burned that I couldn't breathe. Every lie felt comforting. Till I needed you.
Look at that, chat. Let me just clear out my inventory because we're gonna be.
Stole from me and called it nothing. Played it off like I was bluffing. If I spoke up,
We're gonna be golden, boys.
so I swallow fire, swallow smoke. You wore
Are you ready?
breaking rules just to feel loud.
3,
But felt unborn
2,
standing next to you.
1.
Wasn't sure. You fed me shame, said it was love. Kept me down so you stayed above. Every insult dressed as fun. Left me, you felt numb. You hit me like nicotine. Slow burn that I couldn't breathe. Every lie felt comforting. Till I needed you just to sleep. Yeah, you were my nicotine. Knew you kill me, stayed anyway. Addicted to the damage you bring. I trusted poison lit a friendly face.
you guys see any blocks down here. We're looking for magma-like blocks. So hmm. So over there, we should be able to get like the flowers that we need. We need a flower that can only be found inside of the end city. So let me see here. Oh, I can't even. Okay. Shit. Chat, you know what happened? Let me do this one. I think I made a big boo-boo. I think we'll be fine for now, but I definitely made a boo-boo. So I'm gonna go back over there. I just need to see to verify if there's no other villages. I don't necessarily want to provoke the Ender Dragon. disgrace of a youth.
You smell like smoke and bad decisions. Have a lot of laws, you never listen. Crew full of ghosts with hollow eyes. Met with big troops and alibi lies. You said trust me, like it meant something. Hands in my pocket, still calling me brother. Jokes cut deep, room full of laughter. I stay quiet, you pull the trigger. Criminal past longer than your word. Every line you cross, stop blurred. I thought loyalty meant pain. Turns out I was part of the game. You hit me like nicotine, so burned that I couldn't breathe. Every lie felt comforting, till I needed you just to sleep. Yeah, you were my nicotine. No, you killed me, stayed anyway. Addicted to the damage you bring. I trusted poison in a friendly face. Stole from me and called it nothing. Played it off like I was bluffing. If I spoke up, I'd be the joke. So I swallow fire, swallow smoke. You wore chaos like a crown, breaking rules just to feel loud. I was clean but felt unpoor. Standing next to you, I wasn't sure. You fed me shame, said it was love. Kept me down, so you stayed above. Every insult dressed as fun left me empty, you felt numb. You hit me like nicotine, slow burn that I couldn't breathe. Every lie felt comforting, till I needed you just to sleep. Yeah, you were my nicotine. No, you killed me, stayed anyway. Addicted to the damage you bring. I trusted poison in a friendly face. I couldn't fight back, no hands
Right
to
now I'm just trying to find an end city.
socially, you call it jokes, I call it scars. You lit me up, then watch me char. Withdrawal hit when I walked away, shaking truth out of yesterday. Turns out pain can feel like home when it's all you've ever known. You were my nicotine, not the high, just the need. Kept me sick just to stay seen. I confuse abuse with peace.
Let me just go back to that other fortress area. Because that's that little tower probably has exactly what I need. And what I need is a couple of those flowers. For those of you who don't know, I'm trying to get creative flight, the potion of creative flight. I need a flower that only spawns in the end city. So I probably gotta kill a bunch of those guys, and that's how I get it. Those like chests, those stalker box creatures. Probably how I have to do it. shit. Okay. Cool. Evelyn, are you there? I hope that's not. I hope that's something more recent. I thought it went bottom to top. Shit. Oh well, they're gone probably. I did not realize it went bottom to top. I apologize. Damn, man. But now going forward, I'm just gonna put this stream overlay like that. I'm just gonna close out stream overlay going forward because that's bullshit. I thought it went bottom to top. Evelyn, if you're still there, I do apologize. But if you're not, then oh well, that was my bad. Exactly what I needed to. Now I have that ability to do creative flight. At least I should. I don't remember how many I need. Exactly. We'll take this back to the home world. Have the flower. Remove anything that isn't relevant to this potion. Now if I have that potion of flight, 30 minutes, brewing it. Okay, so we have to take these potions, put them back in here, put that in there. That will give us our potion of flying, and we can enhance it with redstone. And do I have redstone? I should. Yes, I do. Okay, that's potion of flying. Enhanced it with this. So okay. So this is how this works, okay? So I have to hold this in my hand after I drink the potion. And once this potion is enhanced enough, right now it's 15, and then it'll go to, should go to 30. Yeah. There we go. So now we have 3 potions. And I'm hoping this is enough. I know it doesn't take a lot of flying. So basically, what happens is take this, enhance it with this. And I have to get it up to 360. Once I get it to 360, it's permanent. But it has to be longer than... Yeah, only 3 is enough. 3 is more than enough. And you'll see it's activated. Flying. So, we go in here. It's on, it's in. So now, I have creative flight. I don't need to worry about anything else. I can fly anywhere, anytime, any place. And now I have it permanently, no matter which world I go to. So, and that's a good thing. So, next I want to do health. Potion. Okay. But that's a good start. So, now we have a way to get to the end world relatively quickly. Yeah, here. That should be it. Nope, that wasn't it. Okay. And what that should do... Yeah, here we go. Okay. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna re-put that. I'm gonna put that like that. That way, and next time I go to the, when I go to the end, I can just teleport back and I don't need to worry about it. The next major thing is going to be looking for the unobtainium ore. Now, unobtainium ore looks like magma blocks in a certain way. It has that corner-like design, and it's easiest to find under the main map, under everything else. But it also spawns in end cities. So now we can find out if there was an end city nearby. Yeah, but Evelyn, sorry, buddy. I honestly, honest mistake. I didn't see your message. I believe that the items that I wanted spawned, or the messages came from bottom to top, and I had my stuff situated that way. So we do not have much longer on the stream, and that came from Kick. Damn. Now I look like a crappy person, so just ignore her. Okay. I think that we're gonna be ending stream here shortly. I want to thank Evelyn coming in and chatting. Everyone who's been sitting there watching in the background on Kick, Twitch, YouTube, whatever you have it. I'll be streaming next week Friday, Central Standard Time at 7 p.m. So if you guys are around, make sure you're checking it out. We had some shit to get done today. So I'll be doing that. Tender Pearl. Okay, chat. I think we're going to be getting close to the end of our stream here. I got some shit I need to do. And I'm being lazy, so. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the stream. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day.
I decide what makes me whole.